Okay, let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Seth is back, baby.
I'm here. Let's go.
Look at the guy. Andrew is out once again. Heck yeah, dude. Super sick. Hopefully sick forever. Yeah, we don't want him back, baby. Also, what were you going to say?
I thought you were like super sick, you know?
Oh, yeah, super
He's
sick, dude.
actually super sick right now.
Yeah, and this is the first episode on the new channel.
Yeah,
At the Downtime
How
Podcast.
about it? Let's
so
go.
welcome. If you're confused, we used to do our podcast and upload it on the Conequid Parts channel. This is still, this is still sponsored by Conequid Parts, but now we're here, so subscribe. You will actually know what you're getting when you get a notification from us. It's not going to be heavy equipment or America's Hardest Worker or anything. It's going to be strictly Downtime on here. So with all that, this long-winded thing, welcome back to Downtime, where if you have downtime, you might as well spend it with us. What are we talking about today, Seth?
Places you shouldn't go because they're creepy. Roll the intro.
Hi, Luke.
What up, Andrew?
Okay, yeah. Let me tell them. Downtime, it's about time. Big bad problem, trying to strip it down line. Downtime, turning all the cash to dirt. Downtime, getting us back to work.
You know?
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, Seth.
Thank you,
Thanks
man.
for the beautiful
Dude, I'm
intro.
feeling good. That
Yeah.
intro sounded good this week.
Yeah. Where can we listen to you, Seth?
Spotify, Apple Music, really any streaming platform.
Yeah.
Follow you, boy, because I need that cash. I need that cheddar.
So yeah, this being the first episode on the new channel, being so close to Halloween, we wanted to do somewhat of a creepy episode. Kind of creepy, kind of cool. So our idea is to go over what we think are the creepiest abandoned places. There's something just inherently creepy about abandoned places. I've said it in previous episodes. I like abandoned places.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like abandoning things. That was the joke.
Yeah.
But I
do
do
remember
like
that.
abandoned
Wow.
things. I want to, maybe not Chernobyl, but I want to walk through it.
Yeah,
like it's
no,
almost
it's
I
like-
want to
yeah.
explore a little bit. You know?
It taps into your curiosity. You're
Yes.
just like, that classroom,
Yeah.
all the paint is chipped off the walls, but there's like a teddy bear in the corner.
Yeah, dude.
For some kid just said, oh, we got to go.
Yeah.
So,
There was a place, I can't remember where I was looking, but there was just like, it's just a room that's in ruins, but there's just like a SpongeBob seat in the middle of
Dude.
it. And it's so creepy
so creepy,
looking,
dude.
dude. I'll find it. I'll throw it up there.
I hate it. But I want to see it.
yeah, exactly. I want to see it in person.
I want to go there.
Yeah, it's
But
definitely
maybe
haunted.
disappear as soon as I get there. Be like, that's nice.
Right,
I'm out.
Right. So, yeah, let's get into some abandoned places. So we each brought two abandoned places.
Planktons.
We brought two abandoned planktons to the table each. We were going to have 6, but Andrew's not here, so we have 4. I'll go first. So this is Centralia in Pennsylvania. Have you ever
Okay.
heard of that?
No, but Pennsylvania has all the creepy places.
Pennsylvania has a ton of abandoned places. Like there's a whole tour you can do, like a road trip if you want
Like
to
an
go on a road
abandoned
trip.
tour.
Yeah. So Centralia is a small borough in northeastern Pennsylvania that's almost a ghost town. There are still, according to the 2020 census, there's still 5 people living there. So it's not completely abandoned, but it should be after you
What
hear about
reason
this.
do you have to live there?
Yeah, exactly. There's nothing there. Like you have to, just wait till you hear about it. The peak population was in 1890, 2,700 people lived there. And as I mentioned, only 5 left. Mining was a huge part of the town with people residing directly on top of these underground mines. So they were literally right above these mines.
Doesn't seem safe.
Yeah, a fire began in the mines that still burns to this day, and apparently it's going to burn for another 250 years. It's believed that the fire spread when the town tried burning a landfill that was close to the mines, and basically just a fire started from there and then creeped into the actual mines that were right beneath the town. But more popularly, a legend among locals in Centralia says that Father Daniel Ignatius McDermott,
Shout
the
out.
first Roman Catholic priest to call Centralia home, cursed the land in a retaliation for being assaulted by 3 members of the town.
Okay, not shout out. I pre-shout outed somebody who should not have been shouted out.
Shout out, man. Yeah, he cursed the land.
I take my shout out back. That's not what I meant.
Yeah.
Okay.
So an underground gas tank was recorded to have 170 degrees Fahrenheit temperature. Sinkholes were starting to form and nearly wiping out lives, and there were crazy deadly amounts of carbon monoxide billowing from the ground. You still see smoke coming from underneath, like the blacktop and the rubble there and everything. The reason I brought this up is because I actually went and visited.
Oh, you went
so
there?
we were on the way back from North Carolina leaving a wedding, and me and my buddy were like, let's go check this out, because we were like both really into it. And there is a stretch of it, I think it was Route 61 or something, but obviously the blacktop of the road started to like give way and everything, so they just closed this off to the public. But you can still get to it, you just have to climb some stuff. But it's basically this super long stretch of road that is completely covered in graffiti. It's really, really cool to be on top of it and everything. I have some pictures of me actually there, so I'll throw those up. But it's really cool. I think recently around COVID time, they took a bunch of dirt and covered it, so it was like less of an attraction to go see.
So if a car goes on it,
there's no way to get a car on it. But it was really cool. It was super cool, but at the same time, really creepy. Like, obviously, some of the graffiti was, like, a little bit darker than the rest. He had smiley faces next to, like, some pretty dark symbolism.
Gang signs and smiley faces are chilling next to each other, and then some really horrible other stuff. So
really cool though. I thought it was a really cool place to go. All right, Sethy, what do we got?
Okay, so the first one I got is Willard Asylum for the Chronic Insane. Now, when you said creepy,
I've never heard that.
I know, it's just a why. And then later, Willard State Hospital. Let's just tone down. Tone it down a little bit because it sounds too crazy. So it was started by I think one of the doctors, Sylvester D. Willard, and he went into. He investigated these institutions that were exposed for their cruelty. So he was like, why not just like
shove them all in the same
place?
Let's just
make one for everybody. And it started off really wholesome. He wanted to the daily life where patients with that. By the way, at this time, people could go into like these insane asylums for just having depression.
Really?
This is how wild
and then never
West
let go.
Never let go. And there's a
reminds
story
me of
about
Asylum, American Horror Story Asylum.
That's
what it
basically
reminds me
how
of.
all these started. Anyway, 1800s. Like, you're depressed.
Yeah.
You might be insane.
Yeah.
It's like
you just talk to one of the guards like a little off, and they're like, "You're staying here forever. I'm gonna make sure you never leave
for life."
Yeah.
Literally.
You ready to get electrocuted?
I think your brain needs help. And so it started off really wholesome. Patients worked on like asylum farms, did laundry for workshops, basically being in community with one another and just trying to do people skills inside this community with people that were like them. So they tried to rehabilitate these people, and they knew at this time that they were like incurable, like people with maybe like autism or Down syndrome or something like that with some sort of mental disability. They're like, okay, we understand this is probably not like can never change these things, so maybe have them in a community together, work together type of thing. And then progressive approaches started happening. I'm assuming they got some bad cases like schizophrenia, where people were like aggressive, and they're like, oh no, these people we gotta cure this. So like progressive approaches in the 1900s were like, this is wild stuff, by the way, hydrotherapy, insulin shock, and electrotherapy, which is zapping the brain. But hydrotherapy is you're put in like a bath. There's a nice version of hydrotherapy where you're in a hot or cold tub and you just sit there immersed in water. It's like, okay, peaceful. Other one is getting wrapped in a wet, hot or cold blanket for you to calm down. Doesn't seem like I'd calm down there. And then the other one was getting hosed off by a hose or a shower with extremely hot or extremely cold water.
Oh, man.
I feel like these are not good approaches.
It's like the Eastern State Penitentiary.
Yes, it's exactly. They took stuff like that.
So they would just wrap you in a towel and just make you sit there?
Like, all right, towel time, And they're like, dude who's talking to himself is like, can't handle it. So I understand why people want maybe a little bit more insane there. And then insulin shock is like, they do high doses of insulin.
Mm-hmm.
They inject them into you for you to go into a coma for like most of the day. And then they do this every day of the week. What are we doing?
They're not even off on Sundays?
How did someone, again, how do you get this approved? How do you just like, I think, you know insulin, right? If you have too much of that, you pretty much get like the MSG drowsies and then you go to sleep.
Gosh,
and they're like, yeah, let's do it.
So they put them in a coma for the whole day, and then what at night? They expected them to
They
sleep
wake
a
up
little
and
bit?
they're like, I'm delusional. And they're
Yeah.
like, back in it.
Wow.
Run it back.
What's the point?
Don't know. I don't even know. Progressive approaches essentially just means, yeah, we're going to try anything we want. We're just going to try it, and hopefully something sticks.
And none of them like questioned like, would I want this done to me?
Yeah.
If I was in this situation?
I know. And their excuse is probably like, well, I'm not crazy.
Yeah,
so it's
exactly.
Like, what did you actually? Oh, and then they can't forget about lobotomies. They just do that.
Oh, of course,
And they're
yeah.
like, they just started tapping at people's eyes
Yeah.
with ice picks. They're like, yeah, this tool not made for the eye. We're gonna do it anyway. Let's try it.
It's so scary.
There's a couple. So over the years, when the progressive approaches started happening, more people somehow got insane, and they overflooded these places. So what started off with 150 in this community went to 4,000.
Okay, yeah.
So which Eastern State Penitentiary,
yeah,
same case.
wildly overpopulated. Yeah.
And then it reported 50,000 deaths happen in the 126 years of this happening.
Oh,
so
my goodness.
it opened in 1864, ended in 1995.
Wow.
And then
Damn.
it's not even the craziest part. Bunch of unmarked graves on site because people
had
were just dying
nowhere
left
to-
and right.
Yeah.
Tuberculosis was a thing too. We were talking about that earlier.
Right.
And then, so in 1995, when it all closed down, they got reported. Who saw that coming? So then there was this giant attic. They opened the attic. Oh, it's so eerie. Open the attic. Hundreds of suitcases of people. When they got there, they just threw their suitcase in the attic and never touched them again.
Really?
So-
because they were just there
Yes.
forever.
As
so
they
they
got
rolled
there.
up in their suitcase, thinking this is just a quick
A temporary
stay.
thing,
Bro.
maybe just not, maybe a couple of weeks.
no,
you know,
dude.
this specific case, Nora, early 20th century, her suitcase contained personal letters, photographs, and a Bible. Okay, Nora, this is so sad. Nora was likely institutionalized for depression after a personal or family tragedy. So
goodness.
Nora was grieving.
Yeah.
Somebody died in her family,
Yeah.
and she's depressed.
You're crazy.
Gotta go into
You
the
are
institution.
insane.
That's crazy to me. And she's like, no, likely her mother or her dad or whoever brought her there is, you're psychotic. Sorry. No, I'm just sad. Listen
Yeah.
to me. Maybe I just want to talk about what
You're
happened.
crazier for not being
Yeah,
sad.
exactly. Well, that is also back in the time where they're like, yeah, mental health doesn't really exist like that. So
Yeah,
if you're sad for longer than a week,
Yeah.
you gotta go.
Right.
So then there was more. Her belongings suggest she valued family connections, religion, and small comforts like photographs and letters. She never left the asylum, and her suitcase remained untouched for decades, symbolizing her life frozen in time.
Wow.
So sad.
Yeah.
And this is just one story. There was one other person I read on, and they liked jazz music, and they got in there, and I don't think they were crazy. I think they were just sad.
Yeah.
And they got thrown in there, and they
Yeah.
were in there for like 24 years.
Wow, dude.
Bro,
I wonder
A
if
life
this
gone.
inspired American Horror Story Asylum.
probably
I feel
did.
like every insane asylum kind of had stories like this, though, where they just treated everybody poorly.
Could you imagine just like working at an asylum, right? And then being like, what kind of problems are you guys facing over there? Like going to another asylum and saying, what kind of problems do you face? They tell you the problems. These are awfully similar.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because we're all doing it wrong.
You know what we started doing? We started stabbing them in the brain. They're like, oh, really? We
did that 10 years ago.
Yeah.
We actually started that.
Yeah, we started burning them alive with hot water. Have you guys tried that
You know
yet?
the blankie wrap? Yeah, we do that. That's what we do. And they're like,
Have you
"Oh,
tried
God."
hanging them upside down from their toes?
It's just torture. It's not even like methods of helping somebody. You know what they never tried? good old-fashioned talking.
Yeah.
Hey, do you need somebody to talk to? You're awfully sad.
Right.
I noticed you're a bit down, and when I came in here, you were seemingly normal.
It is wild, dude. We should have known. Just talk to him.
Yeah. You know,
That's not the first thing you try.
just maybe talk to him.
It's just like, why do you feel like this?
And it's,
I
you know, at
lost
the
somebody.
time, somebody who has schizophrenia or like really bad, aggressive, you know, sort of mental behaviors, there's no medicine, right? Pretty easy to tell right off the bat if you talk to them. Hey, what's going on? You got two personalities.
Yeah.
Maybe you're a little, maybe you're not here.
You
Okay.
actually belong here.
Yeah, there's probably a good place for you,
You
here.
belong in that other building that we keep separate from this building.
We might need to like have like,
This is for normal sad people. You're different.
you gotta have comfy walls, okay? Because you will do something that we can't really stick up for. So
I'm terrified talking to you.
I'm thinking people like that, though, the aggressive behaviors, started shaping what people would do, because they're
Right.
like, oh, we need to try extreme measures to get these people back to normal, because at first they thought this was uncurable, and they were okay with that.
Yeah.
They were like, maybe an own society for them, so they can assimilate to like things like this and be okay.
Yeah.
And then they started, you know, probably crazier cases came out, and they're
Yeah.
like, we got to do something about it,
Yeah.
and then went overboard.
Yeah.
It's really sad.
And we got to do this to everybody.
Yeah.
Somebody with multiple personalities getting the same treatment as somebody with just anxiety and
Yeah,
depression.
bro,
You know?
it's crazy. That is crazy. But now it makes you think, what are we doing wrong today that in 100 years, someone's going to be like, I can't believe they did that.
Yeah. True.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What's your next one?
All right, my last and final one for me, it's going to be the Island of the Dolls. Maybe you have seen this before. Have you ever
I've
seen
heard
the
of that.
Island
Is
of the
that
Dolls?
where that one chef guy went to? Was it
Chef?
Alex Bourdain?
Bourdain.
Bourdain, yeah.
Anthony Bourdain. Alex Bourdanga. Anthony Bourdain. Yeah, he probably did go
I
there.
am so sorry. Also,
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Yeah,
R.I.P. That's R.I.P.
That's
for
the
the
weekly
day.
RIP.
Yeah.
But yeah, he probably did go. I'm not sure. I just always watched it on YouTube because I thought it was like one of the scariest, most unsettling things that like actually exist. So the Island of the Dolls is just south of Mexico City. In the mid 20th century, Don Julian Santana Barrera began
nailed
to
it.
Yeah, he began to collect dolls and hang them around the small island. He lived here alone. Which is that he lived on this entire island alone and started putting up dolls everywhere, which is terrifying. So it opened as a tourist attraction, and aside from the hundreds of dolls, the grounds host 3 huts and a small museum. One of the huts has his first doll that he brought in, and then the other one is his favorite doll. So he had a favorite doll.
Hate it. I
Yeah.
just hate it. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So this is why he did it. So it was said that he came across the body of a girl floating in the canals, or he failed to save her from drowning. The next day, he found a doll drifting down the canal, and he believed that it belonged to the girl, so he hung the doll from a tree in her memory and basically as like a talisman to ward off evil spirits. And has sometimes claimed that Barrera found a second doll in the canal the next day, so it was almost like a repeating thing, like, oh, I wasn't able to save this girl, or I found her, and now she's sending me dolls or something. So essentially, after this fact, he started like selling his produce and selling certain things and going through the trash to find other dolls, find other doll parts. He didn't care what they looked like. He didn't care if they were burned or anything, but he was doing this thinking that it was like appeasing the spirits and warding off spirits. He just started getting these out of the trash, burnt, whatever, you know, and just hanging them everywhere, like either nailing them to a tree or legitimately hanging them from like ropes from a tree, dude. It's absolutely insane. So then
I don't like the favorite doll.
Yeah,
too. I don't like that.
it's crazy. And then in 2001, his nephew came to the island to help him with something. They fished in the canal, and then Barrera, he was 80 at the time, started singing passionately, claiming that mermaids in the water were calling for him. The nephew then left, and upon his return, found Barrera lifeless, face down in the canal in the same spot where the girl was said to have drowned. So, and then obviously, since the island became open to the public, people think it's like super hella haunted. So people say, you know, we see them move their arms or open their eyes or something. So that's like, you take that with a grain of salt, whatever. But the story itself is terrifying. I'll put up a bunch of videos and a bunch of photos of this. It is so I would never go here.
Dude, it's unsettling. It gives me chills now, right now, and I hate it.
Yeah.
It's like,
and in like a swampy area.
Bro,
like
could
this
you
isn't
imagine
just like, this isn't like like crystal blue water. This is like you're in a swamp and you eventually come across a bunch of dolls hanging from a tree. Nobody lives on this island, and it's just...
What's his name?
His name is Don Julian Santana Barrera.
Yeah, Willard Asylum looks great for him. He needs to be in that.
Dude, honestly.
Dog said mermaids and stuff were I mean, could you imagine spending your whole life trying to just like appease this, this girl, and then she ultimately just kills you? You'd be like, I have $400 here. What do you want?
Dude, I think there were like 4,000 dolls. Yeah, bro.
What more could you want?
I would never, if somebody was like, do you want to go on a canoe and go see this just for like the story of saying you went and did it, I'd tell them no. I would not go here.
Yeah,
I don't like being in the middle of water anyways, thinking like what's beneath me. If there's dolls above me, assuming some of them fell in, and I look over and there's, in the shallow water, just dolls, just baby doll faces looking up at me. Stop.
Yeah, politely and respectfully. No. No. That's
yeah, dude, it's scary. Chucky and Slappy the doll from Goosebumps. Those ruined dolls for me.
Chucky scared the living crap out of me as a kid, dude.
I can't do it.
And now I look at him like he's kind of funny.
Yeah, it's hilarious now.
Yeah.
But as a kid, that was scary.
Dude, a
because you're the
scar
same
on his
size
face?
as him. You're the same size. Yeah.
And he runs 25 miles an hour.
Yeah, and he's got a knife.
He runs 25 miles an hour with a knife.
Yeah, dude.
That's scary.
Should have been in the NFL. It's like a little Darren Sproles out there. He's just stabbing people's Achilles.
Sproles. Oh, that's Chucky. Never mind. Could you imagine a little helmet on, just a little Eagles jersey?
Faster than everybody on the field. Love it.
That's
All
funny.
right. What's your next one? Last one.
Keeping on the trend of like hospital-like things, so TB, not Tom Brady, although we did have who would win, tuberculosis or Tom Brady. TB versus TB12, who wins that? We don't know? Well, stay tuned, maybe, I don't know.
TB12 is just the like evolved version of TB.
Tuberculosis in human form.
Tuberculosis personified.
Oh my gosh. I'm about to get really dark anyway with what I'm about to say. So, based in Louisville, I was told you can't say Louisville, not even that. You have to say like the less syllables you have, the better it is. So Louisville, Kentucky. It is Waverly Hills Sanatorium. It was mainly used as a tuberculosis hospital. It opened in, when did it open? I think 1926. So when things were kind of running rampant. And Louisville had a growing tuberculosis crisis in the early 20th century. So they're like, let's try, fighting the good fight here. And it was originally a 40-bed sanatorium in the late 1800s. I'm assuming in 1926, when it was all finished, they like had built on a massive part of this. But it was built on a 427 acre hilltop. So you had some cool views when you were fighting the disease here. It was employed as a strict quarantine and isolation center for people, and patients spent often many months and years there, and not many people made it out of this place, really.
Right.
63,000 deaths happened in this place.
All from tuberculosis, or is there some from insanity?
I think it was just tuberculosis, which is crazy to think.
Yeah.
It just in one place, 63,000 people died.
Yeah.
And it was from 1926 to 1961 when it closed. Then they had a death tunnel, they called it, officially called the body chute.
Nice.
Not even a better, nicer term. Okay?
Throw them down the body chute.
Death tunnel is probably a little bit more nice than that term. Yeah, we'll just call it the body chute.
You ever see Sweeney Todd?
That's essentially what they were like.
Me of.
He was cooking. Let me use that. And they
love
did.
Johnny Depp.
They built discreetly it's like a slide essentially to discreetly transport bodies out of the hospital without disturbing other patients. It's 500 feet long and became a source of ghost stories. Could you imagine you stumbled across this chute on a ghost tour or just, going urban exploring or whatever, and you slide down, and at the end of the tunnel, your flashlight's on. Dude's like, you're not getting out because you're in the death chute. Or what's it called? The death tunnel. You're gonna fall into a lake, pretty much, of just dead bodies.
Oh no! That is so scary, dude.
I know.
Oh.
They closed in 1961. Because there was antibiotics developed in the 1940s and 50s, so they didn't really have like a need for this place anymore.
Yeah.
After that, just completely abandoned.
Completely abandoned.
Completely
Okay, I was going to
abandoned.
say I expected them to turn it into a mental institute of some sort.
Yeah,
you know?
well,
that's
you would
usually what
think.
happens with these old hospitals.
They're like, oh yeah, lots of death around this area. Oh, I know. Just like throw in the insane people here. That might work too.
Right.
Let's just do it.
Right. Yeah.
But apparently, it has a paranormal reputation.
Yeah.
Go figure. 63,000
I was going to say, a
people
lot of
died
death
here.
there. You can draw some conclusions. Yeah.
It's known as one of the most haunted locations in America.
Okay.
And then stories include shadowy figures and apparitions, strange noises like cries,
Okay.
footsteps, and whispers.
Yeah. So you're like typical, like, this is what I heard. you know?
So the current status of this place is privately owned and partially restored.
Okay. So it's still
open
standing.
for tours. Somebody
Probably
was like,
ghost
gotta
tours.
make money on this.
100%.
I gotta find a way to make money off this.
Gotta figure out how to make money on this. I really want to.
If you have any abandoned places that you think are super creepy, give us a call, 716-929-5066. Send us a text, a voicemail, video, whatever you want to send us. Also, if you're going to build an insane asylum or something like that, and you have heavy equipment and you need heavy equipment parts, that is Conequip Parts. They offer a lot of parts, and we can help you out. So give us a call. And or you can go to conequip.com/shop and go to our web store. We have 30,000 SKUs and counting. So, there's that. As always, we're going to end this episode with our ins and outs. So, my out is American dollar bills.
Okay.
They're terribly ugly.
Okay.
They're terribly ugly. They're made of paper. You go to Canada, they're made of plastic. You can't tear them.
I think ours are made of like cotton.
Ours, they're made of
We have
cotton.
like a cotton mixture,
Interesting. The reason
but
that...
still lame.
Yeah, they're I really don't mind it, but if you look at it and you're like, oh, our founding fathers, our forefathers are on here. No swag, dude.
None.
No swag.
Oh my gosh, negative
They
swag.
looked like freaking weirdos back
Every
then.
one of them has the little thing.
Yeah, they're wearing their powdered wigs, dude. It looks like they have mashed potatoes on their head, bro. Like,
I
who
can't
thought
agree
that
more.
was good?
Dude, I'm on this in and out right now.
Yes.
I'm on this.
Yeah. Who thought that? You look like George Washington, our first president. What? Dude, it's like clown hair. He looks like Pennywise.
Let me see the real hair.
Yeah.
I don't care if your hair is receding, man. At least be honest.
Yeah, Ben Franklin was a G. I mean, he didn't do it because he
He
wanted
said,
to seem
yeah.
more down to earth.
And he's the
was,
Bluebill guy,
and he
too.
was bald and had a long mullet.
Shout out Ben Franklin.
Shout out
Actually,
Benny.
not shout out to him. He did a lot of bad things. But just, never mind.
I don't think Ben Franklin wasn't too bad.
Didn't he have like kids' bones in his basement?
All I'm saying is give these guys like a fade or something. Modernize them a little bit. Okay, so out American dollar bills, in maybe doing some more investigating on all the bones found underneath Ben Franklin's home. Dude, straight up. We thought we're just like down to say like this was just like an illegal anatomy guy doing like, you know, procedures finding out about the human anatomy. And we just take that at face value. None of us were there. Maybe Ben Franklin was a serial killer, dude.
That was the craziest segue I've ever seen in my life. Not that bad of a guy. Didn't he have kids' bones? Maybe we should investigate the bones.
I'm glad you knew about it, though. That's great. Look into Ben Franklin's house, dude. 36 Craven Street, man. Yeah, there were bones found in his basement. A bunch of human bones. Over 1,200 bones found.
That's
so,
crazy work.
Yeah.
No, I'm just experimenting. I found these on the ground, I promise.
And the idea that they're like, oh, well, it was kind of illegal back then. Like, there were a bunch of legality issues to get a body to, you know, find out about human anatomy, dissect it and everything. So these guys just robbed graves. They were grave diggers, and they were grabbing people's dead bodies.
Okay.
That's just as creepy.
Was he not in politics, though?
Oh, yeah, he
Or
was.
was he... Okay, so why the hell do you have to know about? I mean, he did discover some pretty important things.
It was like a neighbor. It was like a friend of his that was performing these things in his basement. So it wasn't Ben Franklin doing the
Yeah,
dissection.
man, get out of my basement.
Yeah, dude, why are you allowing you? He lived close by. Do it in
Yeah,
your
no, that's just
basement,
Peter.
bro.
He's a ghoul guy. He just likes bones. I don't know. Yeah, I don't really ask too many questions.
Just a big fan of bones.
But
I
he
don't
told
know
me to
what
just
say.
bury him in the basement. Why is that? He didn't want any of that stuff in his basement.
You didn't think to question that?
Maybe you questioned a lot of things, Ben. All right, Mr.
You
Benjamin.
didn't think this guy was kind of covering his tracks and trying to, maybe plant some evidence on you?
This is just anatomy, I promise. Dude, just murdering people and throwing them in. Just like, what the flip is going on here?
I trust you. What do you
So
got?
you might disagree with this, although I wholeheartedly agree with your take there. Out popcorn.
Okay.
Not a big fan of popcorn. Okay.
I could get rid of it too.
In, you might not agree with this part. Eating autumn leaves because they crunch and they have about the same amount of flavor and texture as popcorn. So, yeah.
Is there any style of popcorn you do enjoy? Because regular salt and butter.
Dog, I could get down with kettle.
Kettle corn's amazing.
My mom makes a mean caramel corn too.
Yeah. That's going to do it for today's episode. Pretty sure we went for a while. Probably have to cut some stuff out. Who knows? We'll see. But 716-929-5066. Give us a call. Send us a voicemail. Do whatever you want with that information if you want to be featured on the podcast. But that's going to do it. Next week, Andrew should be back. We'll be back to full strength. Thank you for joining this channel and everything. If you found value, if you were entertained in this video, go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe, please. Please. You got anything else, Mr. Seth?
Even if you didn't like it, I said this last time, just hate, comment, trash. Maybe.
Do a hate comment.
Hey,
right.
Yeah, whatever.
Don't go super far with it, but you can roast us.
Don't make
maybe.
me cry, but you can roast me. I'm tough.
But that's going to do it for Downtime this week. Be sure to tune in next week to enjoy your downtime with Downtime. Peace.